I'm sorry.
Today we're going to be talking about the Roath Festival Night Walk. Then we're going to go straight to Roots, the Black History Month event, and we'll end up focusing on the student accommodation. We'll have Vox Pops with some of the students here. If you are on Twitter, don't forget to follow us on @CardiffUnion and don't forget the hashtag CUTV News.
So Maiden Roath is an artist-led event, and it's free. And what it basically tries to do is it tries to reduce the concept that art is high culture by bringing it out of the gallery and into the wider community. It's in its 5th year now. So it gives both emerging and established artists a chance to showcase their work. And yeah, that's it. And to know more about them, you can go to their website, which is themaidenroath.com. And we went to the last day of the event, which was the Nocturnal Walk, and it was a nocturnal walk through the underbelly of Roath, and we saw different works of arts on the way. Here is the video. So it gives both emerging and established artists a chance to showcase their work.
Cafes, markets, music, art, my boyfriend rollerblading in the park, the parrots squawking or talking at the croft, lots to do. Partridge Road, bursting into bloom, doing street dance in a warehouse, throwing shapes in the snow, sitting in coffee number 1, cradling a cup, watching the school drop-off and the commuter rush, feeling safe amidst the mayhem and bustle, all nationalities, everyone working towards a common good, supporting, encouraging, sounds like David Cameron, supporting, encouraging, sometimes just being. Roath has seen the best and the most difficult times of my life. It has been the constant backdrop of my moods, loves and laughs. Lovely Roath, vibrant Roath.
I'm one half of the art group Genetic Moo. The piece that you're looking at in the house window was made for the Terra Nova Cafe in Roath Park Lake. Each day we presented a different film that was meant to show as an as yet unclassified life form that was living or is living in the lake. We've made the creatures out of latex, and then we filmed them with an endoscope camera. So it's actually like puppetry underwater. And the piece I'm showing today is a tentacle, and it's all animated by the waves of the sea just knocking it backwards and forwards.
Roots, the performance-based talent show organized by the Cardiff Union African Caribbean Society, was last Saturday. It was mainly celebrating not only Black culture as well as multiculturality in general, and focusing on love and peace between all cultures. CUTV was there, you couldn't miss it, and you can miss it as well, so have a look at this video. Hello everyone, you are watching CUTV News. I'm Helena and this is Sutra. We are here tonight at Roath event organized by the African Caribbean Society in Cardiff University. So tell us, what will be going on tonight?
Well, it's just a night really to get lots of performances and poetry and music, just celebrating Black History Month and what it stands for and all the talent that comes from our culture as well.
What other things can we expect from tonight?
We've got an amazing MC from Express Radio as well, who's here, and we've got a little surprise. He's helping me with one of my songs, so stay tuned for that. You might see him doing a couple things. And then we've also got some dances as well. We've got Slash Hip Hop doing their thing, so that would be really good.
Just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You be like heaven to touch, and I wanna hold you so much. At long last, love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. I love you, baby.
How important is this event for you?
It's really important. It's Black History Month, so I mean it's everyone coming together, showcasing talent for a good cause.
So the whole point of this event, of the whole celebration of Black history and Black people that are prominent in history, how do you feel as being Black in nowadays society?
I mean, we've advanced from where we were before as a people. We're just now being accepted, and I think these kind of events about people coming together so people learn about Black people and their achievements, it's really good. So.
Do you think it's still important nowadays? I mean, we are considered a modern society. Do you think it still makes a difference, these kind of events?
Absolutely. I think it absolutely makes a difference. There's always going to be discrimination to some extent just because of this color of my skin.
How angry I am at the draconian way our people have been treated. But this isn't a word about hate, but about love. About the rise from the back of the bus to holding down the clutch of the vehicle of change. No doubt in my mind that this is where we shall remain.
I'm here with Clinton now. He presented a poem that he wrote himself. Clinton, Clinton, why that poem?
I just like the poem. I wrote it myself. I just wanted to spread the message of love rather than hate, though. Even though it's ACS group, even though it's African Caribbean Society, it's all about just enriching the culture and just loving one another and sharing and stuff.
I'm here with Deborah now. So apart from all the singing and rapping and dancing, you also have food.
Yeah, we have food. We have jollof rice and fried rice and chicken as well. And plantain. So plantain is the Caribbean part of the dish, and then the fried rice and jollof rice is from basically West Africa.
And it's all homemade?
Yeah, it's all homemade. I actually made it myself.
So you were the chef here?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Okay, so Helena, you were there at the event. What was it like?
It was great. As you could see on the video, it was just like a really, really great atmosphere. Everybody was having fun. People were singing. Then they were inviting the audience to dance and sing with them. So it was great. I mean, even though it's like mainly African, I felt totally like part of it.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah. What about like, because it was about, you know, celebrating Black culture, which is still regarded as a minority culture among modern society. And of course, you're from India, which is also a minority. I mean, how do you feel? Do you still feel like, I asked that some of the people that were there, and I'm asking you, do you feel we still need these kind of events to raise awareness and celebrate, you know, multiculturality?
Yes, I think we really do, because even though like you do have a lot of people who belong to the black community over here still, and which is not just like Africans, it includes a lot of other minorities as well. So like I think like even though that's the current modern situation, I think still like a lot of people are very oblivious to other cultures and kind of what it means and everything, like what certain cultures and certain cultural things mean to like each person, which is why you have a lot of debates about cultural appropriation. And like for example, is wearing Halloween costumes, like is wearing like a Mexican costume or like black facing for Halloween, is it appropriate? You have a lot of these conversations because a lot of people don't really know that much about it, even though we all live together now. So yeah, I think it's probably a very good idea.
So definitely we still need this kind of, if you are watching us right now and you are on Twitter or even watching us on YouTube, comment below, go on Twitter, share with us, even if you are part of a minority culture or you know someone or you just have an opinion about it, let us know. We'll be happy to hear from you. And now we're back to Suri for the student accommodation issue.
So yesterday we went to the Students' Union and asked the students around about if they had any problems getting accommodation for the university. And they also gave some tips to people who might be looking for an accommodation for the first time. So here is the video. And next week we'll have someone from a lettings agency talk more on the same.
Hi guys, this is Trisha from CUTV. Today we're going to ask students of Cardiff University about their accommodation problems. So we're basically going around and asking students about what sort of problems that they face while getting accommodation. Did you face any problems, while getting the accommodation?
Well, when I first arrived in Cardiff, I was finding trouble finding accommodation in the city center. So I looked everywhere. I couldn't find any place to live in the city center, and I had to take an apartment in the Bay.
What time do you...
Technical problems, and the video was cut right in the middle. We'll definitely figure that out for the next Wednesday, and you have the full video to watch. But we'll have a little talk here at the studio, so you can still get some tips and some general opinions. So sorry, you're on second year, right? So you already had some experience with finding a house. Was it a good experience, bad experience?
Well, it was alright overall, because for my first year I was really late and like in applying for an accommodation. So I got University Hall, and that is really far away. Like seriously, like first time students should know that University Hall is not really a good idea living there, because it's really far away, so it's a lot of problem with transportation and everything. But it was more or less okay. And for my second year I did not have much problem finding an accommodation, as I did it early on with a lot of other people.
When did you actually start looking for accommodation for your second year?
It was, I don't really remember now, but we did not wait that long. We did it quite some time before the end of the
So
term.
would you say, like, because I know some people, they start looking for a house as soon as they are back to Cardiff and start thinking ahead for the next year. And I know other students, they wait until May, sometimes June. So did you start looking like winter time, or did you actually wait for the second semester?
I think it was probably around the beginning of the second semester.
Okay.
But this year, some of my flatmates, they're looking for their accommodations for next year. Like they have already started looking.
They already started looking.
Yeah, but I think it's the best idea to like look as soon as you can.
Okay. Another thing that we would like to point out is for Erasmus students or people that are living on Erasmus, it's very difficult here in Cardiff to find a house for just half of the year, which means just for one semester. So, yeah, it is quite difficult. The best thing to do is find a group, because it's always easier to look for a house if you already have a group. What else? There is this student letting agency here at the Students' Union. They are quite good helping people. There's also a student support center who are happy to read the contracts of your house, so you are also sure everything is fine and it benefits you and there's no problems, no dodgy things on the contract. But let's look at the video. We have the video ready for you now, so let's look at it and see what other students have to tell you about accommodation.
Hi guys, this is Trisha from CUTV. Today we're going to ask students of Cardiff University about their accommodation problems. So we're basically going around and asking students about what sort of problems that they face while getting accommodation. Did you face any problems, while getting the accommodation?
Well, when I first arrived in Cardiff, I was finding trouble finding accommodation in the city centre. So I looked everywhere. I couldn't find any place to live in the city centre, and I had to take an apartment in the Bay.
What time do you think it's ideal for students to actually start looking for accommodation?
Well, ideally, sort of straight away when they get back to uni. If not, they'll end up getting a rubbish house because everyone else has taken a good one. But it seems a bit silly because when I moved into my second year accommodation, I wasn't really friends with the people that I'd moved in with because we hadn't developed our friendships yet.
From what I understand, as soon as you move into university, you're already looking for a house. Say, you said we should start looking for October, but that's when actually students get into university. Do you think that's a problem?
Yeah, I think it is a bit weird because you're sort of still just getting to know the people that you're living with the first year, so it's a bit hard to decide who you want to live with within the first 2-3 months of meeting the people. But then again, living in accommodation, you are living with those people 24-hour, 7 days a week. So in the end, you do sort of decide who you want to live with.
Did you face any problems as such?
I didn't have many problems really. It's just we kind of looked with a lot of different letting agents. We got shown some terrible houses at first, but we found that the more that we looked, the better houses that we found, better prices.
What advice can you give first-timers who are looking for accommodation?
Don't settle for the best of a bad bunch. Keep looking, go to different agencies. We looked around for a whole day, but we just went for the best one on that day rather than waiting another week and thinking about it, because we were worried we weren't going to get one. So don't just settle.
A decent living room and kitchen is probably the best. I think bedrooms should probably come after that because you can have a big bedroom, but if you don't have a big living room and kitchen area, then it's screwed really. Otherwise, only one piece of people can cook at a time, and we got our house, our living room isn't that big, but we've got a table that can only sit about 2 people, so only 2 people can eat dinner at a time really. So just think about that.
Any advice for the first timers?
Just make sure you get something you like, and make sure you're all happy with it.
Well, that was all for tonight. We'll be back next week, Wednesday at 6 p.m. on our YouTube channel. Until then, don't forget, follow us on Twitter at Cardiff University TV. Don't forget the hashtag CUTV News. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is, and pay attention to the name, Cardiff Union TV 1. Don't forget the 1 at the end. And I'll see you next week. Goodbye.